What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? So I know it's tacky to start with your thumbnail for the video, but I just didn't want to spoil any of the screenshots and gameplays and stuff. So what we're going to be talking about throughout the course of this video, feel free to leave any of your comments in the comment section below as a response to what I say or your own fears. We're going to be talking about what might make Jak and Daxter on PlayStation 4 fail. We're going to be talking about the gameplay, changes I hope that are made, changes I hope aren't made, things I hope are fixed from the PlayStation 3 version, and along that line of stuff. So we're got a pretty serious video today. It's not going to be kind of playful like usual. So before we get into the PlayStation 3 versus PlayStation 4, we got to look at the PlayStation 2 versus PlayStation 3 to see what they changed going into PlayStation 3, so that you can better understand what I'm hoping they change going into PlayStation 4. So let's get into it. So as you see here, this is the first screenshot. Left, PlayStation 2, right, PlayStation 3. I bet you don't remember that big of a difference. I bet you don't remember it, because I didn't remember it. When I went back through Google to find these images to put them side by side and stuff, I didn't expect that. And I did download this one off Google. I didn't make this one myself, but I really did not expect this big of a difference between the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. I mean, I'm used to playing the Precursor Legacy on PCSX2, so I'm used to playing it in 4K, so I completely forgot what the PlayStation 2 version natively looked like. And now let's go down to the next one. You see Jak, left and right again. So the right side, as you can see, they put some filters and some overexposure on the Precursor Legacy on PlayStation 3. Which I don't like. I don't like that. I want it to look true to PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 4 version is supposed to look true to PlayStation 2, but we'll get into that in a little bit. And now let's look at this. Even though this is a little bit pixelated on both sides, I bet you don't remember it looking that drastically different. These are two screenshots side by side at the exact same frame, basically. Bet you don't remember that. Now let's look at the next one. I bet you do not remember it looking that bad. Look at Jak's hair and ear. Bet you don't remember that, because I definitely didn't. But now, let's watch the trailer before we get into the more itty-gritty stuff. So this is the trailer to the PlayStation 4 remasters. So, as you can see, it's looking true to PlayStation 2. It's looking very similar to how it does on PCSX2. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because that was one of the problems I had with it on PlayStation 3, because it looked so bad. It looks so drastically different. And so that's one thing I'm glad that they're changing going forward for the PlayStation 4 version. But some things that I'm kind of scared of for the PlayStation 4 version, gameplay wise, is, on the PlayStation 3 version, they removed a lot of the glitches that, assisted speedrunners. So speedrunning on the PlayStation 3 was practically impossible. So I'm kind of scared that the glitches they left in, that they're going to completely remove all forms of speedrunning for the PlayStation 4 version. And if they do that, albeit it's not that big of a deal, it is going to be a big deal if you like to speedrun games. Another feature that I'm kind of scared about is frame drops. Frame drops, frame drops, frame drops. Apparently, the PlayStation 4 version is just a port of the PlayStation 2 version, but slightly remastered. Or not slightly remastered, drastically remastered, but it's just a port, is what I've heard. So if it's a port, then I'm kind of scared that the team that did it, since I'm pretty sure it's the same team that ported, that remastered the HD collection a couple years ago. So if they are the ones that did this, porting it from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 4, I'm kind of scared shitless, because they ported the PlayStation 3 version to PlayStation Vita, and we know how big of a disaster that was. We know it was absolutely horrible. We know that there was frame drops, there was bugs, there was glitches. There was glitches in that version that could keep you from finishing the game itself. So if they did that, I really hope that this is not a full port. I hope it's just, almost a reworking, kind of like the HD collection was itself, not ported to PS Vita, just the PlayStation 3 version. I'm kind of hoping for that. I mean, I don't know either way. It's kind of scary thinking about it, because it's been 5 years since we've had a Jak game. And this is the first time Jak X has ever been on anything that's not the PlayStation 2. So it's all, kind of scary to think about in a way. And another gameplay feature that I'm kind of scared that would absolutely ruin this game is if the rumors that they slowed things down and sped certain things up are true. That's going to completely ruin the game. I don't know if you guys have heard those rumors, but those rumors have been going around for a little bit. And they've been going around from big YouTubers talking about them in live streams, and then there's been, you know, YouTubers that actually talk about gaming news. But I'm talking like IGN and other people, like big, like several million subscribers. Some of them have talked about this stuff like very slightly back in April and stuff when this was first announced. So if these end up becoming true, I am actually horrified for this game to come out. I know personally I'm not gonna play it until Jak 2 and 3 and X are released too. There's still no word when that's going to be released. If it's going to be released the day of Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy, August 22nd, or if it's going to come later. We still don't know that. So, that's some of the reasons I'm scared for it. But now let's get into some of the reasons I'm hopeful for it. One of the reasons I'm hopeful for it is just for the sheer fact that we're getting a new Jak and Daxter game off of this. You know? I mean, albeit they are remasters or ports or remakes, whatever you want to call it, it's still basically a new Jak game. Like, if this does good, which I'm expecting it to, I really do wish that it had a physical copy. But I'm expecting it to be kind of like the Crash Bandicoot remaster. I'm expecting it to be very high in sales. Because, you know, here's what's going to happen with it. People are going to pre-order the Uncharted games, and that's younger people that, I mean, we'll get into that in the next video because I don't want to turn this into a Jak 4 conspiracy video. We'll do a Jak 4 conspiracy video tomorrow, but I'm just kidding. It won't be a conspiracy. It'll be a in-depth tinfoil hat conspiracy. It's gonna be a conspiracy, okay? But anyways, I'm hopeful for this game because it could lead to better Jak stuff down the road. It could lead to, you know, it could lead to the Sly Cooper games getting remastered on PlayStation 4, like a full remaster. It could lead to Ratchet and Clank getting another remaster on PlayStation 4. It could lead to so many different things. It could lead to finally releasing like the canceled Jak games, you know, or at least demo builds of them if this does good. Because like, imagine this does good and then Naughty Dog releases the only demo build they'd had of like Jak 4 or something, which I'm not saying they have one, but like if they did, imagine they release it if this does good. Like, as a Jak fan now, like the next couple days are going to be exciting, and it's going to be very worrisome. Very, very, very worrisome. So if I were you, I would be excited, but I would also be scared, and I would also take this with a grain of salt. Because, like I was saying, you know, we're all used to the PCSX2. Like, we're used to what Jak and Daxter looks like on that. And it's no secret to anybody. A mid-range PC from 2008 is more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro. The PlayStation 4 Pro doesn't even run true 4K. And you can get 4K to run on a mid-range PC from 2008. Albeit, it's not going to be perfect, you can still get true 4K. The PlayStation 4, you can't even get 60 frames per second. You get like 45 frames a second on the Pro, and you're locked at 30 on the base PlayStation 4. So, I'm kind of scared that we're going to be expecting this grand game after getting used to the PCSX2's full 4K beauty, you know, crisp, perfect image, and then we end up getting just a slightly better graphical version than the PlayStation 3, but without all the weird overexposures and filters on it. I'm scared that that's going to happen, and I'm scared there's going to be backlash over this game being like that, or like I said, where we're used to the PCSX2 version. So I'm kind of scared that's going to happen, although, you know, most of us will overlook it if that does happen. There's going to be a handful of people that are going to be disappointed and angry about it. So it's all like, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I know this wasn't the perfect comparison video. It ended up being more of a discussion type video. But, you know, it's just, it's weighing heavy on me right now what this might end up being. So let me know in the comments down below what you think Let me know if you're worried at all in any way for this port or remaster, whatever you want to call it. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We get beautiful content coming at you every day, pretty much. Albeit it might slow down now that school has started, but you know, we got good stuff coming at you weekly at least. So hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead, hit that like button and drop a comment. And my name's CRUZANDO. Try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.